In 2024, the question you should be asking is Facebook the place that business owners and marketers should be spending their time in 2024? We're going to have an honest, transparent conversation about Facebook, organic reach, and whether or not Facebook views are fake or real when it comes to going live. If this sounds like a topic you're interested in, do consider sticking around. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Janine. I'm a live video marketing coach, the founder of Boss It Live, known in the digital streets as Video for Bosses, helping content creators and business owners generate more leads and sales for their business by creating this great tool of high converting live stream and video content with confidence and ease. So as you come in to the live stream, do say hello to me. Do let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. Cool, blimey, trying to get into me live stream again. You guys know it's almost like a baptism of fire trying to get in. Let me just check on the old sound quality, make sure everything is okay. Am I plugged in? Yeah, I'm plugged in. Yeah, I just want to make sure that my mic's coming in nice and clear. How do I know this? Because like I'll tell you every single week, you've got to have yourself a second device. I'm going to choke myself trying to say that one of these days. Good evening, Susan. Thank you very much for being here and for confirming that sound, lighting, and all that stuff is good. Thank you so much. Hello, Hobbyman1923. Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for being here today. Remind me what your name is, please. I'm so bad. I should know my community members' names by now. Shouldn't I? But you're going to have to give me. Oh, blimey. I tell you what, as I'm getting older, I don't even know what's going on with my brain. But hey ho, I'm excited to chop this up with you for T-minus as long as it takes. If you are coming back on the replay, don't worry. I'm going to add this to chapters to this video so you can skip around accordingly. But I hope you are all doing well. I just hope that my mic is okay. I switched over mics today. I really hope that the sound is going to be okay. If it goes at any point in time, just let me know because I want to make sure that your experience, you know, I'm all about you guys. I'm all about you guys. So a little bit of housekeeping. As we get started with the live, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. If you think this topic is going to be beneficial, please do hit the share icon and share this with some of your peeps on the Twitter sphere. Is it Twitter X or Facebook? I don't mind, even though we're talking about Facebook today. About Facebook, and I don't know how you're going to feel about it after. Well, thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate you for saying so. So today's live stream is going to be a mixture. You guys know I really do like to make this as interactive as possible. So today we are going to be talking live, and then I'm going to add in a short video clip because I want to share some stuff with you on the behind the scenes in terms of Meta. So I want to give you a little bit of context to why we are talking about today's topic. You know, I like to give you a visual. Is it Facebook Live or is it Facebook Live? Which of the two is it? So by show of hands, live or replay, do tell me in the comments, are you someone who is still focused on marketing your business on Facebook? You want to know why that's a Facebook, as I like to call it. Are you still active on Facebook? Because let's just be honest, let's call a spade a spade. For most of us business owners of a certain age or a certain school of social media thought, you probably would have started out on Facebook. I've had a Facebook account for eons, started live streaming on Periscope. I've been having people telling me they don't even know what that is. That is just so embarrassing. I know those of you that here know about Periscope, right? And then I migrated over to Facebook. But Facebook organic reach, unless you've been sleeping under a rock, it's been declining for a number of years. I can remember first getting onto Facebook Live in 2016. That feels like a lifetime ago. And by less than a year later, about a year later, things were massively starting to change, and Facebook were letting us know that things were going to be changing in terms of organic reach, in terms of notifications, in terms of all of the things concerning business pages and personal pages. So things have been changing for a while. Now, when it comes to Facebook and my clientele, a lot of my high ticket clients come from Facebook. So this video is not about, or this session is not about bashing Facebook in any way, shape, or form. But I do think we need to have real honest conversations about what it is that we're doing and where, and how we are to deal with, interact with these platforms as we're going forward. This is 2024. We cannot have the same school of thought about Facebook or any platform that we had 5+ years ago. In fact, even a year, 2 years ago. We're seeing the massive evolution of TikTok in a short period of time, where a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, this is not TikTok of 2020. Well, of course not. TikTok has evolved since then. Within the 4 years, it should have done, right? But a lot of people are shocked by the evolution. So the platforms do consistently shift, and they do switch, and they do change. But you have to, and I have to, make sure that we are really up on our game and knowing what the heavens is going on with these platforms, so that we're not doing the same thing and getting bent out of shape when we may not be seeing the changes or transitions that we're expecting to see. Does this make sense? Do let me know. So today, I just wanted to share with you, well, why are we talking about Facebook Live views? Are they real or are they fake? Well, to give you some context to why I wanted to talk to you about this, and I've just been chatting with a few marketing biz friends who are on Facebook, and the whole conversation about business page, personal page, reach, etc. I wanted to share with you what my observations were this week. So please feel free to take your notes. Like I said, you can skip around on this video, but I will be showing you like a video and then giving you some things that I think that you need to know going forward. All right, is that good? Let me know in the comments, thumbs up if that's all good. So what is the background to why we're talking about this on today's session? Well, earlier on this week, I went back to my weekly live schedule on Facebook. So back New Year, like, right, I'm going to be showing up every Monday. I go live at the same time. And when I go live, I multi-stream and I use StreamYard software, what I'm using now. You guys know I like to toot the horn for StreamYard. Some of you like, get on with it. Just don't worry. You can skip around to the chapters. So I multi-stream. I use StreamYard. I go live on Facebook, and I also go live on LinkedIn at the same time. And I have recently integrated Twitter X. Now, Twitter, is it TwitX, X? What do you guys call it? But I said I'm going to test for a period of time, because I'm a live video marketing coach, what the response is to my content through Twitter X, and just see, as I'm streaming anyway, the topics are the same, my messaging is the same, all right? So I went live on Monday, did nothing different in terms of my format, my structure, everything was exactly the same. But one thing I noticed on the live was that my viewers shot up. Now, normally on my Facebook Lives, I will see the viewers are really quite low, like the reach is very low. If you're using your organic strategies on your business pages, you will probably know and see that the viewership is quite low. Let me know what you think as well as I'm talking this through. So I noticed a significant difference in my views. They were in double figures, and they stayed in double figures. Initially, I assumed that it was from Twitter, especially as I started to see some comments come up that weren't very polite. So basically, I was being trolled, okay? I was being trolled. So I carried on as I do. I'm not fazed by the trolls. Susan, who's here, will know it. Any of you who know me from back in the day, you know I'm not fazed by, trolls or whatever. I just kept it moving, all right? But at the same time, so I'm fixing my hair, sorry. Anyway, at the same time, I'm doing too much. I'm all over the place. So at the same time, I'm looking at these views and I'm thinking, this must be from Twitter X. It must be coming from X, because this does not normally happen. At the end of the live, I looked at the data. I thought it must be Twitter. Went to Twitter, had a look, barely had any views. I think 20+ views, around about that number. So I was like, well, it wasn't Twitter. No comments, nothing. When I actually checked, it was from Facebook. So I was like, okay, Facebook, what's going on here? Because this is unusual. But I didn't think too much of it at the time, because I was going to be restreaming the live a little bit later on my second business page. So I've got two, right? So I've got my main business page, which is Janine, live video strategist. And then I've got one for video for bosses, because I like to test things, like to see, like test how I'll post a particular piece of content, and I'll either post it again, like restream it at a different time, or if I put a text-based post, then on the other one, I'll put the same post, but with a GIF or with an image, and just see how content, because you've got to be, as a business owner, as a marketer, we have to be testing things. You can't just do the same thing and be like, oh, okay, that's fine, which I've mentioned. So I decided to restream that same live from onto my Video for Bosses page at a later time in the day, right? This is why I love StreamYard, right? If you're not using StreamYard, where are you? Right? We're going to be talking about StreamYard's vertical format feature a little bit later on, not in this live. But anyway, so I streamed it later on in the day. And when I streamed it later on in the day, this time I went into the live because I went into it to see how it was performing based on what happened earlier on. And one of the things that I was seeing was, again, a significant difference in the viewership. But I was seeing there was a couple of comments that, again, were not rude comments, but they were trying like WhatsApp me. And then I was looking at the people that were coming in, and mostly men, and it seemed like the views were coming from a particular demographic. So I kind of stood there and watched it, and at the end of the live, and I'm going to share with you the screenshots, at the end of the live, again, it was a significant number. And I was like, what is this? Like, why are my views higher? So I thought, well, maybe it's to do with the title, because it was the live that we talked about last week, live video X to ditch in 2024. No problems here. Welcome everyone that's coming into the live. I see you all coming in. Do say hello and let me know where you're coming in from. So I thought it might have been to, the title was fine here, no issues here. But I thought, oh, maybe that's what it is. All right. So I decided to go into, which we should all be doing. I went into the Meta Business Suite. I had a look at my analytics, and the data did not make sense. From what I could see visually on my mobile to what I could actually see in the back end of Meta made no sense. They were different. So the views that I was seeing on the end of my live streams from my mobile, that was not visible inside and is not visible inside the Meta Business Suite. I waited some time. I said, okay, maybe it's a 24-hour thing. They need to collate the data. Nothing. It's still showing what it's showing. So I'm going to now show you the video so you can get a visual of what I'm actually talking about. And then we will come back and I'm going to share with you a bit more about some of the things that you actually need to know. And then I'll share with you the screenshot as well. So yeah, let's get into this next part of the video. Are Facebook Live views real or fake? What you need to know. We're going to run through this in real time together. So in full transparency, I'm just taking you through step by step. This is not heavily edited or anything like that. So when you go into the Meta Business Suite, you can access yours by business.facebook.com. When you go in, you should land on the home page, and you can see on the top left-hand corner where it says Meta Business Suite, you'll see the information, the names of your different accounts there. So on the home page, you'll get an overview of your content and so forth, just like a basic overview. But what you want to do is go to the left-hand side and select the insights. So when you select insights, then you want to select content. And once you select content, you will see the content that is there that's loaded up, right? Your most recent content. Let's scroll to find that content that we're looking for. I think it's this one. Live video X, I think it's this one. Okay, so at a snapshot, you can see, it took us a bit of time to get there, but we got there. But you can see at a snapshot, as you scroll over, it says date published, the time that it was published, the reach, the likes, and the comments. So you can see here at a snapshot, it's telling us that the reach is 41, the likes are 3, and the comments are 18. Let's just go into it, right? Let's just click into the video. You can see what it says here in terms of reach, but it clearly says higher than typical 18 comments, no shares, etc. But on my mobile, when I look at the mobile version of my business page, it clearly says 3 reactions, which it corresponds with the information here. It also says 18 comments, but it says 233 views. Now I'm going to insert a screenshot of that so you can see that with this somewhere when I put this together. But I want you to just understand what I'm saying is that we really need to be very careful about the data or what we're accepting as truth in terms of our data. So let me just come out of there. And let me just do the same thing, because as I explained in the video, it's unusual the numbers that I was getting on both of my business pages. So that's the first one. Let's click the next one down, which is the Video for Bosses page. And let's repeat. Let's go to Insights, probably go to Content. Let me just come out of here really quickly. Go to Content, telling me my reach is higher than usual. Go to the Content. Again, here it's telling me on this one that I reached 18 people, 1 reaction and 2 comments. One of them was actually a spam comment. Let me double check that. But when I go to the business page via my mobile, it's telling me that everything is right here, but it says that I have 344 views. So I'm definitely going to insert the screenshots so that you can see. But essentially, I just wanted to, full transparency, show you that, yeah, this information does not marry up. So if there is something that I'm missing that some of you out there know that I don't know, then please feel free to let me know. But I just wanted to share this with you in this part of the video. Now back to the main portion of the session. Well, so what do you guys think? So essentially, the content that, or what I was being shown, did not marry up with what was the data in the back end. So here's a little visual. This is a screenshot of the mobile data. And I hope that you can see this okay. You might have to zoom in slightly if you can, switch the orientation of your device. But essentially, this is a screenshot from both of my business pages. So on the left side, it's the Janine live video strategist page, and it said at the end of the live that there was 233 views, and it says 18 comments, 1 share, and 3 reactions, which is what was in the Meta Business Suite. And obviously, thinking about the reach, if the reach is only 30 something or 40 something, then how could I have 200 or 300 plus views? That doesn't make sense. Unless we're saying that those people watched it in that short period of time, that many times. It's ridiculous. And then obviously the second one on the right-hand side, which is my Video for Bosses page, there was 2 comments. And like I mentioned earlier on, one of them was a WhatsApp comment, but there was 1 reaction, but 300 plus views. So essentially, what we know as fact is something is not quite right about that data. Something is not truthful. And like I said, I've been having conversations with entrepreneur and business friends about the different social media platforms. And like I said, we'll talk about that another time because I kind of don't really want to go into that. But what I'm essentially saying to those of you that are watching me, this is the year of us shifting our mindset and moving to being more strategic. If you are wanting to build your personal brand, your business on these platforms, you have to get a lot more savvy. We cannot be like we were. Oh, if I've got this many views, that means that this is working. No, you need to be doing a bit more. And I don't want to be just talking to you and sharing with you, yes, lots of great tips for live streaming, but at the end of the day, I want you to get results from the efforts that you're putting in. Because if you're investing time, I'm investing time in the platforms, then we need to be able to make sure that we're getting the ROI and then we're understanding what we need to do. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments. So thank you very much for confirming that. It was clear. Susan said, wow, the data is manipulated, therefore is fake. Yeah, so some people might say something, like I said, what is your experience? What is your knowledge about this? But I would say, in my opinion, let me just put it out there, that I don't think the data is right. I do believe that the data is being manipulated, as Susan has said. And I think that we're seeing the age of a lot of testing to see how we're responding to things, the age of AI, as we know, and also the age of bots have been around for a long time, right? Since the days of me being on Periscope. And again, I don't want to say too much, but I got some insider information about how Periscope was working back in the day, right? Back in the day. And allegedly, there was inflation going on that was not real. So this is what I want to say to you now, all right? Get your notepads and pens ready because we're going to just chop it up for T minus a few more. But I really want you to really start thinking about some of the things that I'm sharing. But I just want to bring up the question of the day, which I'll remind you about. How do you plan to mostly use Facebook in 2024? Please do share in the comments. Have a thought about it. If you are on Facebook, how do you plan to use it? You know, that pulsating picture I just gave you right now. But let's just talk about it. If views are being manipulated, allegedly, what should you be doing with Facebook in 2024? The first thing I want you to be thoughtful about is, can the data that is provided be trusted? Should you put all of your eggs in one basket and say, I see 1,000 views, that means I have reached 1,000 people, I have impacted 1,000 people, this is going to mean X, Y, Z for my bottom line? No, you cannot sit there and say that I'm going to rely solely on that. You need to be making sure that you're understanding your data and that you're checking it. This is something I speaking about with one of my clients recently, was that, who started a new YouTube channel, is that you need to understand that not every view is created equally. In fact, I actually did a live on TikTok and was talking about this as well. Not every view is created equally. Just because that view has counted towards your numbers, right, doesn't mean that that person, i.e. that view, completed on your content. So again, you have to take that into consideration when it comes to your strategy in terms of retention, working on that and understanding where there are drop-offs. Because if you have 1,000 views, but only 2 completed, that tells you something about the delivery, your content, etc., that you need to be looking into. So it's really important that you understand your analytics, you understand your data, that you're testing things to see what is and what is not reliable. So that's the first thing. The second thing is work on engaging your audience in the comments. A lot of people are so focused on views. We see that with the rise of short form video content. Everybody wants to go viral. And it's making people lose sight of some of the other things that are so much more important. And it's really important that from your content, you are actually building a community. You're building a community, not people talk about community, but really and truthfully, there's a difference between community and an audience, right? Would you agree or disagree? Let me know. There's a difference. People are throwing that word out, but how are you cultivating community? You cultivate community through conversations, which is why I'm a big advocate as a live video marketing coach and strategist, but I'm a big advocate for more business owners to be using live video, because the real-time experience, and even if it's on the replay, you're creating a two-way conversation. You're developing that trust and accelerating it a lot quicker. And you are able in real time to really get to understand your audience, what they're responding to, what their needs are. And this is what leads your audience to become community members who go along the customer journey to becoming your clients and customers. And I'm not saying that you can't do this with other forms of content. You absolutely can. But for me, what I want to encourage you, and this is applicable to live stream content, but it's also applicable to any other types of content that you're creating on any platform. But because we're talking about Facebook, let's make it about Facebook, right? You need to be making sure, like I've said, that you're engaged, working on engaging your audience in the comments. So think about how you can take your content and create more conversations, better conversations, get a response, move and remove and manage objections so that you do get a response, because you don't want to be making things too long-winded. They're just not going to want to respond. But I hope that that is making sense to you. Susan has said they are playing games, plus knowing your past performance going live and the data you are used to seeing, Janine. So you cannot be misled by the current data. I wish I had a sound effect for you, Susan. Absolutely. But as I said, I'm sharing this with you guys so you guys are getting the results as well. And if you are liking this, please do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. And if you feel like somebody else could benefit from this today, please do share it out. So the next thing I want you to think about is, don't focus, as we've been talking about, solely on video views. So I've said pretty much why, but I want to add a little bit more onto this. Two things. If you are solely focusing on views, you're going to miss a lot more important things. If you're focusing solely on views, you're not understanding how your audience are responding to your content. If you're focusing solely on views, if you are seeing an uptick of views, like what I did earlier on this week, or you're like seeing, oh, like these views are, you're happy with the numbers, you can sit and rest on your laurels thinking that you're doing all the things, you're dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's. But likes and views do not equate to dollars and pounds. Another thing is, and this is more from a psychological viewpoint, which I think that is an important conversation to have, because I think the social media have really, really messed with people's minds, right? Because we're so focused on the views that we place a value marker of ourselves, our content, what we do, our businesses, our voices, our messages, all of that, and a bag of chips. If people aren't responding to us through the views, we think that what we have to say isn't good enough, that we shouldn't be going live, that we shouldn't be showing up, that no one cares what we... And we do not know how these platforms, where they're pushing our content out to, who they're sending it out to. Remember, a lot of the time there's testing that's going on and seeing the responsiveness to content to determine its relevancy. I've talked about this to my clients before about top content. Top content is always the content that is performing the best, right? Top performing content. So the point that I'm making is that you've really got to just scrap the whole thing around views, because it will mess with your consistency. It will mess with you psychologically, and it will not be the right data that you need to be focused on to detect. You get my point, right? You get my point. So this is why I want you to stop doing that. The next thing is, I want you to use live video to build relationships and community. I got ahead of myself. Got ahead of myself. Go live, my friends. I'm not saying that just because that's the nature of my business. I'm saying that to you because I know 100% how powerful live streaming is, how great this tool is, how you can expedite your results by going live, by consistently showing up, by building a community, not an audience that you are creating, fostering relationships with. Ultimately, organic reach is depleting. The platforms are changing. People are still very much focused in ways that they shouldn't be, which means that there is money being left on the table. And ultimately, you know, people say, oh, live streaming is so hard. But I don't know how we can compare live streaming as being hard. When you think about short form video content, when you have to record the videos, right, that you would have to do long form, no problem with that. Going live, you're recording video content, no problem with that. But then afterwards, you have to edit that piece of content and optimize all these things. It's a process. So essentially what I want to say to you is just kind of remove the mindset around live video is so hard, I can't do it, and shift. All right? Again, reminding you, it's about building relationships and community, real community, not just using that word as a buzzword to say, I've got a community. How have you got a community? You've got people who watch your content. If you're not allowing them to speak back to you, giving them a space to, does this make sense? I hope that I feel like I'm getting on the pulpit. And I wanted to say to you that, you know, at the end of the day, ultimately, if this is something that you want to really work on, that you really want to build live video strategy into your business, then let's chat. You can book a call with me. The information is linked in the description. But if you want to have a conversation with me, let's chat. Let's chat over a coffee or a tea, whatever your beverage is of choice. Book a call with me. Book a call, bit.ly/book VFB, which stands for Video for Bosses. Exactly like that, because bit.ly links are sensitive. But definitely 100%, let's have a conversation. Let's chat. All the information is detailed in the description. And also just a reminder as well, my friends, that if you have a question about anything that I'm sharing, please do put it into the comments, live or replay. So have you still got a bit more gas in the tank? I've got a little bit more to share with you, So we are understanding that live is a huge part of what you should be doing in 2024. A huge part. If you are paying attention on here on YouTube, right, or any other platform, but let's just talk about YouTube, and you're looking at some of the heavy hitters, like my mentors, right? My mentor, Nick Nimin and Melanie Diane Howe, I love them. Great examples of community builders who are building powerful, connected communities through live streaming. Welcome everyone that is coming in to today's live. As you jump into the live, please do say hey, please do say hi, do tell me where you are jumping in to today's live stream, so I can see the numbers have gone up. If you're wondering what we're talking about today, we are discussing Facebook Live or Facebook Live. Are Facebook Live views real or fake? What it is that you need to know. And if you're just jumping in, you're probably going to have to go back on the replay, because I did share a little bit of a video showing you the back end of the Meta Business Suite to show you the data. I also compared the information here of the screenshots of views compared to the data that was in the back end. So definitely go back and watch. So what else do you need to know about your strategy when it comes to Facebook, whether you're diversifying or sticking on the platform? Well, this is what I want to say to that. Don't rely on Facebook. Diversify your strategy in 2024. Don't stick in any place, but we're talking about Facebook. Diversify your strategy when it comes to Facebook. I made a decision late last year, to close my personal Facebook account. I closed it. I've still got my business page, as we've been discussing, but I closed my personal page. Now, some of you are going to be saying, well, how are you managing your business pages without having a personal page? Well, I started a brand new personal page on Facebook just for friends and family, wiping the slate clean so I can still manage, obviously, my business side of things on Facebook. But I walked away from something that was no longer working for me. I was analyzing the data, how people responded to my content, what Facebook was showing, what Facebook was not showing. And I realized that what I was doing with my personal page and how it was impacting me and my business, it was no longer aligned. So I got rid of it. Now, some people will be like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. But you have to be willing to, and I'm not advocating that you walk away from anything. What I am saying to you, my friends, is that it's really important that you understand that if you are serious about elevating your business, your personal brand in 2024, you cannot afford to stay stuck doing the same thing the same way, or at a foundational level. You're not understanding how your content is working, what the numbers mean, what are the different things inside the Meta Business Suite or inside your YouTube studio. You need to know what is going on, and I hope that makes sense. Do we have any questions? Thank you so much, Susan, for welcoming everybody in to the live stream and asking everybody where they're coming from. Do let us know. We want to know where you are coming in from. So, reminding you of the question of the day. After today's session, how do you plan to mostly use Facebook in 2024? If you are coming back on the replay, I would love to know. If you're here in the live stream, I would love to know as well. I've got a lovely number of you that are here. Please do let me know. And also, I am here to serve you guys in 2024. This is all about you. This journey that we are on together is all about you. So I want to create content that you want help with, that you want to know more about. So make sure that when you jump onto these videos, that you definitely drop a comment, give me some feedback. Also look out for posts inside my community tab. That's where we can also have conversation on this specific platform. In the new year, I am going to be working on how we can collectively have community outside of YouTube. So when the lives are ended or my video content has gone live and the videos are finished, well, what do we do next? How do we continue our conversation? So I am looking into that in the new year, and I hope that you will continue on this journey with me. Guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Your support and your help on this channel means everything. Welcome to all of you that are new subscribers as well. Really do appreciate you. And like I said, if you would like to know how you can work with me in 2024, please be sure to go ahead and click the link in the description to book a call with me. Go to bit.ly/book VFB, as you can see it right here. that's exactly what it looks like. So I would love to chat with you and know more about what your goals are in 2024 and how I can potentially help you. So do let me know what your biggest takeaway was from today's session. It's all about you. Like I said, I really want to know more about what you think about what it is that we've been talking about today. So definitely make sure that you check the description. There are lots of resources that are there to help you. And as you guys know, today's live stream, if you've enjoyed the interaction and how this has been presented to you, this is brought to you by StreamYard, powered by StreamYard. And if you would like yourself to try StreamYard out, the link is in the description. Please do click my affiliate link. If you do decide to sign up, you can road test it for free. But if you do decide to sign up via my affiliate link, then I will earn a very small commission from your sign up. So definitely make sure that you sign up and stay connected with me, because I'm going to be doing a lot more teaching you and helping you, supporting you with using this tool. So if you want to know more about StreamYard, check out the videos on my channel. And yeah, that's it. Do we have any other questions? I don't think we have any questions for today. I think do we have any questions, Susan? Did any questions pop up? Do let me know. So I am here let me just let you know, I'm here every single Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK time. Please make sure that you come along to the live streams or catch the replay. There'll be other videos that go up on the channel, lots for you to learn from. And if you missed last week's session, we were talking all things live video X to ditch in 2024 to help you as a business owner up level your live video strategy and presentation. Go ahead and click the video that pops up on the screen right there. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all back here next week. Take care. Bye.